This season, the shot is going international. Out of the thousands who applied, 7 Canadian and 7 American recording artists have been chosen to represent their country in North America's most intense virtual songwriting competition. Only 8 of these songwriters will make it to the solo rounds to showcase their own original music, and only 1 can be crowned the winner. Will it be a Canadian or an American that takes the top prize? 14 artists, 11 days, 1 amazing song. This is The Shot, Canada versus the USA. Good morning, artists. How's it going?
Good morning.
Good. How are you?
Going is good.
Yay! We are so excited that you're all getting along so well in your groups and can't wait to see what you're going to come up with today.
Yay! Except,
Say it. Do it.
today you're gonna be in new groups.
Oh wow, so surprised.
Oh my
God. At least we're not alone.
As of today, there will only be 2 groups:
Oh.
Catalyst and Can-Am.
Storytellers wasn't good enough for you?
Apparently not.
They weren't telling compelling enough stories.
Well,
Oh my God, no. Take that
feel-
dad joke and run.
We felt like Storytellers, the name maybe came with a bit of baggage, so we've cut it out for now.
Okay.
All
Sam?
right. So, what does this mean? It means that 1 group will win and 1 group will have someone sent home today. So, your groups, by the way, have already been chosen for you, and you'll find out who's in your group when you head into the writing room.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
DJ, do you want to share what's in store for today?
Absolutely, I do, Sam. Today, not only do you have new groups, but you will also only have half the time to write,
Oh my gosh.
record, and submit your finished product. That's right, today is the speed round.
Oh wow.
Other than the time crunch, there are
Good.
no other requirements for your songs. Genre, content, tempo, it's all up to you. It's a tough task, but you're all up for it, right?
Literally, yeah. We're we're up. Yeah. We're awake. Definitely awake now.
The speed round, baby. 3 hours.
It is the speed round.
Sam?
I should also mention too, joining CJ today to judge your finished product are resident judges Nadina Zarafe, Ari Nisman, and Kate Davies. And also, don't forget, you have to pick a group leader, and remember, you can't have the same group leader in back-to-back tasks. So, with that being said, you have just 3 hours to write and record your song. Good luck, artists. Use the best of your time today, and your time starts now.
Luck, y'all. Good afternoon, judges. We have 2 groups who will be presenting their songs to us today. Their groups are groups of 5. They've now been merged into 2 groups. The challenge today had no specific requirements so far as a line that they needed to use or any other particulars. They could go with any genre, content, tempo, melody that they liked. They just had 3 hours to write the song. Today is the quickfire round. We've got the first group. Let's hear them. Catalyst. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Say hello to Ari, Nadina, and Kate.
Hello,
Hi,
hello.
Ari, Nadina, and Kate.
Everyone.
Ari, Nadina, and Kate.
Tasha, group leader.
Yeah.
Tell us about today and the 3 hours that you had to write your song?
Never have I ever. Obviously, like we've been doing like so much writing in the past couple weeks, and it's really helped like to group write. That was something that was new for me particularly. We did great. We all contributed. We all had really connected over the original idea of love being a part. And we figured since we have 3 hours, we would do something that we all felt like we could connect to. So that just right off the bat, we went rolling with it. And yeah, I think we did a great job. I think it's a beautiful song. It's very emotional and sweet. And I can't wait for you guys to hear it.
What is the song called?
Called For You.
For You.
For you. It's for you.
See what we did there? Yeah.
Like that.
Great marketing.
I hope I get an honorable mention then. All right, let's hear it.
Haven't seen you since the sun went down. On the night we both left our hometown. You for a job out west, me for a dream. Got all you wanted, or so it seemed. You spent your money on that white picket fence. I spent my time with a few famous friends. When I got home late each night, something was missing, just wasn't right. Time did what time does, pull us out so far and away. Time did what time does. Now I know I'm lost, but I can't do time apart. I was made with a fragile heart, and it's beating just for you. And I can't live this life on my own.
I worked all day and I worked all night. Laid the foundation of a brand new life. Built that house that you dreamed about. Even chose pink just like your parents' house. I know it feels like I chose this over you, but you chose a new life and look how you grew. And now I think you're ready for the truth. I've always been building this house for you. Time did what time does, pulled us out so far in ways. But I did it for us, and now I can't wait. I can't do time apart. I was made with a fragile heart, and it's beating, it only beats for you.
I built this home for us to grow. And now I know I'm coming home. You're coming home to me. I'm coming home to you. Soon I'll be home with you. Soon I'll be home.
I can't do time apart. I was made with a fragile heart, and it's beating, it only beats for you.
Oh,
You're yawning. Did that bore you, CJ? Or?
no, that wasn't a yawn. That
Oh.
was
Uh,
Let's go to the judges. Nadina, what do you think?
I love the perspectives. I felt like I was in that story. I could relate to it. It was kind of sad. There are moments where I'm like, okay, if I totally like zoned out, I'm gonna start crying because you like put me into that, zone. And I feel like in some way or another, someone has experienced something like this, So, because I know, like, you know, when you write songs, you want to write about your experiences, but you also can't be so attached to it because you want others to have their own experiences and relate to it in their way. So I really loved it. I loved the pre-chorus and the chorus. I found the hooks really good. So I liked it.
Yay!
Yay. Thank you.
Kate?
So who did the vocals on this track?
So I
Kevin
was
Danielle.
I was the second voice.
Okay. Okay. So I think that was really smart that you just kept it to the one female, the one male, because that allowed us to really get into that vibe of like feeling like you guys were going through this. And I really like how you stripped it back, kept it to just piano and some little touches, because that allowed the lyrics and the vocals to just shine through, which was really important for a song like this. For 3 hours, that is a really impressive job, guys. You should be really proud of yourselves. The only thing I would ever change, just to be nitpicky, is in the last quarter, some of the structure needed a little bit of work, but that's easy to work on as you go back in and work on the song a bit more, but super impressive.
Yay.
Awesome.
Mr.
Thanks.
Nisman.
Yeah, great points made. Look, writing a song in 3 hours is a monumental task to begin with. Then to figure out who's going to play each part and then record it and produce it decently enough to present to us is even more difficult than just writing. And I think you accomplished all of those well. Also, to be nitpicky, I would have liked to at some point seen the male and female voice come together in some sense of harmony. I think you had that shot in the second chorus to marry it together and really bring the song to an elevated level. And it just lacked that next step of a single where it was bringing it home. From song structure, from bringing that chorus back, from the content, I thought you did a great job for 3 hours. Nice job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, the bridge was intended for that, actually, for the female and male to be singing back and forth to each other and then finish with a nice harmony.
But 3
It
hours.
had a shot. It had a
Yeah.
shot to come right in at the
Yeah.
towards the end there, and it just never got to that crescendo
Yeah.
where the two voices carried it through to the next step. And it was almost then the marriage of the two coming together, right? You kept
Yeah.
the two pieces, disjunct, and you could have joined them together, which also would have had the meaning of the song of coming together for you and the beat together rather than the beat as two parts.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Would have been there.
But
if
that
not
was
for the
always
time
that
crunch.
was always the intention. Yeah, that was
I
always the
take
intention.
that as
Just
I take that
3
as
hours.
it could have been, and it could be. I sent a text to Kate while we were listening. I said, "I'm sitting back. I like it." And Kate said they presented this very smartly, and I agree with that. It was presented very smartly. I think for 3 hours, you went above and beyond what I would have expected.
Wow.
I think that it's a struggle to write something like that, produce it and put it in.
Yeah.
To say that I'm impressed would probably be an understatement when it comes to that song. I agree with the sentiment that Nadina had about if I would have closed my eyes, I probably would have been in tears too. It was very powerful. And I love a song with a story. You wrote a real story, and that's the win in that song for me, is that you did round out the story. Yeah, the male and female vocal would be nice to tie it together. That's a could be. As far as the story goes, wow, that blew me away.
Okay.
And I'm supposed to be the mean guy.
Yeah, Simon Cowell, come on, man. You got to play your part.
Just because I like it doesn't mean you can heckle me.
I can always heckle you.
Catalyst, we'll see you in a short time. Thank you.
Sounds
Thank
good.
you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, judges. Appreciate you.
Totally didn't expect that out of 3 hours.
No, that was great.
I'm glad that we give them the constructive feedback about what they should have done. Well, I totally agree with you, Ari, and what it could be. Like that's a song that I think could actually be released, properly produced, with the combined vocal, mixed, mastered, and gone out into the world. It's a beautiful song.
It's an Ed Sheeran collab.
Julia Michaels, maybe?
Ed Sheeran and Julia Michaels.
She loves
Huh?
those songs.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, if we have the next group, let's have them. Can-Am, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
First of all, say hello to Nadina, Ari, and Kate.
Guys.
Hello.
Adem, how was it writing a song in 3 hours with 5 people?
I mean, I think by the end of it, we were all pretty stressed out with, 3 hours left. Or not even 3 hours left. What am I saying? By the time we were done, we had like a minute left. So, but to start with a whole new team, I think that's what really put us into a curveball. But, I've worked with JSJ before, and we were all kind of familiar with each other and got right to business right away, came up with a chord progression, came up with an idea, and luckily it worked out. We all kind of did our own thing, and we did what we all know what we can do, and it worked out within the 3 hours, I feel.
Okay, let's hear the song.
You, me, us, we got that different kind of love. Some people take all of my energy. Those people slow the clock and leave it staring back at me. Some people just give me anxiety. But coming home to you always pulls me through. When I'm with you, life makes sense. The minutes turn to hours and you tear down my defense. When I'm with you, no need to explain. You turn my day around, yeah, you're my sunshine in the rain. And it feels like my best days, I'm my own worst enemy. My worst days, got you in my corner, making me feel complete. When I'm with you, life makes sense. The minutes turn to hours and you tear down my defense. When I'm with you, no need to explain. You turn my day around, yeah, you're my sunshine in the rain. And it feels like when I'm with you, life makes sense. The minutes turn to hours and you tear down my defense. When I'm with you, no need to explain. You turn my day around, yeah, you're my sunshine in the rain. And it feels like you, me, us, we got that different kind of
Can-Am. That is a sweet song. I toss over to the
Vibes.
judges. I'm gonna go to Kate first.
Well, 3 hours, that's not much time. So kudos to you guys for working together and producing a catchy tune. I like sort of the jazzy, cute element to it. I feel like that matches with the different kind of love vibe. I think there's a lot of hooks with potential within the song. I would just say they don't structurally fully mesh yet. Obviously, if you guys kept working on the song, that could come together. I like the little U hook, and there was a couple little nice flavors in there. And yeah, it just comes down to structurally making that work so it makes sense. And we feel like we're on that journey with you with the song. So, but good job.
Adina.
Yes, you're right. It's a very sweet song. I like the you in there too. Don't get mad at me. I know that it's really hard when you write songs and trying to, everyone, there's so many songs to be written. It's just finding the delivery or the words. I just feel like some things like You're the Sunshine, in the rain, like I feel like that's just been so used. So I would have taken maybe another stab at it and, you know what I mean, tried to structure it. And if it wasn't, then I'd go with it. But I feel like it's just been so used. I was like, oh, okay, I've heard that. So I think I would just certain words, maybe kind of look at them and just be like, okay, how else can I say this so it's a bit different, or kind of turn them around, like change them up. I think that was my only thing. It was super sweet. I do agree on the structure with Kate. But again, 3 hours, it sounds great. The vocal's great. You guys did a great job. I would just work I think a little bit lyrically.
I'm going to jump before I go to Mr. Nisman and say, for 3 hours, that was pretty damn well done. Like, you're in serious competition with the other group. And I can't even clip my toenails in 3 hours, let alone write a song like that. So I appreciate the effort and the stress that writing a song like that in 3 hours can put on a group, and especially in a group of 5. Like, it's tough writing with 2 people, but 5 trying to incorporate ideas and whatnot. So I give kudos just for that. 3 hours, when I read that this morning, yeah, okay, all right. Mr. Nisman, over to you.
I'll agree, it's a monumental task. 3 hours is just too short a time to come up with a piece of excellence. I will tell you that I'm a little concerned now about CJ's grooming habits and nail cutting, so that grows up quite a bit. 3 hours, jeez, that's a long time. Fact is
hedge
that
clippers, hedge clippers.
Yeah, hedge clippers. Those are some nasty toenails. I'm going to want to know what everyone's part was to this song, because I heard one vocal and then a little bit of a production element on the use in the background on the chorus. And so it's going to be, I think, important to know who contributed what to this song, because this song to me was built upon a guitar groove, which I loved, and some production elements that I thought were put together well. And I thought, while the song structure and everything else was good, I think the 2 other things stood out most to me. And so if this was a big working separate collaborative effort, I need to know who had what piece of the puzzle to put this together to make it a 3-hour success. I think you did a nice job. I think there could have been more to this song that really would have set it to the next level.
Gotta love our judges. Can-Am. We'll see you in a bit.
All right. Sounds good, CJ.
Bye, guys.
It was not as flavorful as the first song. The first group, Catalyst, definitely accomplished more and had a better idea of where the song was going to go and had a plan, it seems. With Can-Am, seems as though they were able to get it all together, but didn't plan out how they were going to incorporate other production ideas, incorporate another voice beyond the use. And they did more of a real scratch tape than anything else.
Felt sort of improvised even at some points. Like they were just trying to rush and get it together. Okay, let's add this in here, and okay, I'm fine with that. Like, as opposed to even when they came on camera, the difference of the 2 groups coming in, completely different confidence levels. Like, one said we worked so well together and the other said we were stressed.
You're right about that, because I felt like the flow in the first one on all levels was there. And I felt like this one, like, it was just like, yeah, that stress was kind of, the energy was like kind of held back a bit.
Mr. Nisman, thoughts?
Yeah, look, I think in the second song, somebody came up with a really good guitar groove and they just went with it. But I don't know who added any pieces to what's going on, which is why I need to dissect everybody's involvement, because they said that everybody, if you picked up on what they said after they were stressed early on, everybody went on their own at what they do well, and it kind of came together. Well, I don't know what everybody was doing if 5 people went into the contribution of one guitar groove and a little bit of a production element in the UUUs. So I need to know who failed to really add something to the mix on this song. I thought it was good, but I just didn't think it was great.
And we shall do that assessment of who did what in just a moment. To be devil's advocate again, if we're choosing this as the least favorite song of the two, then there's a case to be made for the one that did the most work failed the greatest. And
indicting him for his
I'm not
grand
necessarily, I'm not necessarily saying it that is.
Welcome back, artists.
Hello.
Hello.
All right, let's get right into it. Tasha, we'll start with you. How did things go over the 3 hours?
They went great. They were chaotic, but great 3 hours. We all worked together really nicely, and we're all lovely people. We're all very talented. And I think we found, which was like our strength, was we found something really quickly that we all could relate to and all felt very emotional about. And I think the song reflects that.
Amazing. Adem, how was it working with the new group this week?
Man, you guys just keep throwing curveballs at us. As soon as I get comfortable, we're in a new group. So, but no, I mean, we all just quickly got to know each other. And I think what was amazing about this group is that we were able to work so quickly with that time rush. Like, we weren't overwhelmed about the time rush. We just decided, like, all right, what are we going to write about? Let's come up with this chord progression. Let's think of a story and let's make this song. And, you know, we did just that. So, yeah, it was a lot of fun, a lot of cool techniques and different things that new team members brought in. And then we got JSJ as well. Shout out to him for being on the last team with me. So somewhat familiar, also brand new stuff. And I think it worked out
Amazing. Let's go over to the judges for their thoughts and feedback. Kate, we'll start with you. How do you think the groups did?
Yeah, I think everyone did really well, considering especially the time limit. It's really hard to all come together. You know, usually you go into a writing session with an idea and then you present each the idea. So having to come together in that group and present all your ideas in that moment, it's super challenging. So I think everyone did really well considering the time, and you should be proud of yourselves.
And Ari, do you think with what you've seen today, is 3 hours long enough to write the beginnings of a hit song, really?
I think proof is in the pudding. These two groups put 2 quality songs together in those 3 hours. And I think that they challenged themselves. They found quickly what worked for their groups. I think we had a bit of a different tenor of both groups coming in as to what they thought about their working environment. And I think we'll see who came out on top, but kudos to everybody for a job well done.
And Adina, any general advice for the two groups after hearing both songs? What would you say to each group?
I think like everyone said, it is really tough to do a song in 3 hours. I've actually done a task like that before, and coming in with different people that you don't know, and everyone has like a different kind of approach, and just finding kind of that happy medium or the middle or what you click on. So I think honestly, it's just like experience and just enjoying the moment, and just, you know, like kind of putting out the positive energy towards it, because I feel like when you do that and you're in that right headspace, better things come out. So I think they did a great job. It's a tough thing to do. So I think just basically doing what they're doing, experience doing it over and over, doing it more, and just loving every minute of it. So they did great.
All right, so let's get to the moment you guys have been waiting for.
CJ, I always make you deliver the bad news, but you know what? Today I thought it'd be nice, and I'm going to ask you to tell us which group had the winning song of the day.
I'm in shock.
Right?
I'm in shock. I will say first that it has been said, 3 hours is crazy. It's just crazy. But both groups presented stellar products in just a 3 hour time. They're very close, very similar in their content. However, the nature of the competition, there does need to be a favorite and quote unquote least favorite song of the day. So the group with the favorite song today is, I'll be right back. Catalyst.
Woo!
Okay.
Great job, guys.
Oh my God. Yes. Okay.
Great job.
Everybody.
Woo. Wow. All right, congratulations, Catalyst. That means you are safe from elimination. Tasha, let's chat for a second. How does it feel to have the favorite song, especially since this was such a stressful task?
It feels fantastic. Yo, we did it. We did it. I'm so proud of everybody. And I'm so relieved because we were all a little stressed about it. So it feels nice.
Well, congratulations again. And that means, unfortunately, Can-Am, one of you will have your time on the shot. Canada versus the US end today.
Analyst, you are free to go.
Thanks, everybody.
You can
Thank you
stick
so
with
much.
us right here.
Have a great week. Good luck, guys.
Good luck.
Thank you so much, judges.
Thank you.
Ellie,
Hi.
break down the 3 hours for us. What was the timeline like?
Okay, so we kind of got in and really quick introduction, said, hey, kind of talked about what our styles were. And right off the hop, JSJ and Adem both were on the very same page with chord progression. So they kind of just jumped in right off the bat with these ideas for what we're going to do with guitar. And from there, the lyrics started. We started with the chorus. I think our original idea was a bit of a culmination of a few ideas that got thrown out there. Our line in the hook talking about like you, and I honestly in this moment can't pinpoint who came up with that, but from there,
Who did come up with that? JSJ did. Okay.
Did that he would produce the song, so JSJ had the chord progression going. We wrote the chorus first. There was moments where it was a bit of too many cooks in the kitchen on the chorus, so I think we kind of took turns bouncing out of that, letting whoever was doing the chorus do that. Specifically what I know I wrote is the first verse and the melody for the verses, but both James and Megan helped with lyrics for the other verses, lyrics for the chorus. We all worked on together, and by the end of like 2 hours we were trying to be completely done. There was 2 different bridge ideas. Adem wrote the intro and outro, which we tossed around having as our bridge, and I wrote another bridge too that got cut, which was okay. We just didn't have time to kind of come up with the melody and leave it in there. But yeah, at the 2 hour mark, we were done writing. He took it from there, created the guitar track. We all finessed those lyrics a little bit while that guitar track was coming together. And then as the guitar was done, we let Adem and JSJ do vocals. And yeah, those 2 definitely took the forefront of the song today, because that's just the way it went. I think we were all just trying to get it done in our time. So trying to be as agreeable as possible while still keeping it strong.
Well, Downham, what was that conversation like? I mean, what was the flow of the conversation when it came to the writing of the lyric? Let's just say, as it was spelled out between yourself Ellie and Megan?
I would say, I mean, I think we were taught, part of the conversation was just how are we going to deliver this? Like we were debating on word choice, I think for in some ways, what would make sense for the listener. I don't think anybody really dominated the conversation. I think we were all pretty open to different ideas. So we were also trying to take into consideration feedback that we've previously received from the judges in other things in terms of, elements, not just word choice, but like repetitive, like, try to keep it simple enough, keep the repetitiveness in so that there's something to anticipate and that the listener can associate with and, leave, humming the song. So I think it would, like I said, nobody really dominated that conversation. I think we were all working really well on all of that.
Like this task, because no one will ever complain about having 6 hours ever again.
No. Nope.
That's the hardest part every week, and you made it twice as hard this week.
Megan, do you agree with what Ellie and James said?
Yeah, I think that it was a really good equal contribution. Of course, JSJ and Adem, they took a huge responsibility on by trying to get the finished product together. And yeah, it was really fun. And I feel like I noticed that we're all pretty dominant writers as well. So that was very interesting. I tried my best to kind of follow lead a little more instead of, just to keep things going smoothly. And it was good. It was a really good learning experience.
Mm-hmm.
JSJ, I don't remember if we had a task like this last season.
No.
But you put yourself, you enjoy putting yourself front and center, I think, on things in these tasks. What today would you have done differently as part of the beating heart of the song?
Personally, I would have exported all of the harmonies without the clicks, so we could have had everything I wanted in the song. But I think there was a few melody things that I initially recorded in a voice note, then I think that were more in the pocket. So I think if the delivery maybe was a little bit more succinct or just hit in certain areas a little bit more, I would probably change that. I would love to have added a few more. Megan came up with a really cool idea of having a harmony in the chorus underneath the ooze for being like, you, me, us. And it was just this really cool added effect that really made the song build, and it made it make sense a little bit more. So I wish that we had the time to really finesse everything and put it together. Yeah.
Adem, part of the role of group leader is to inform us, the judges, and give us a bird's eye view of what the process was like for your group.
Yep.
And so to call you out just a tiny bit, we're wondering if you can do that for us now, because we haven't gotten it from you.
Yeah, we were kind of a little bit late on submitting it with the time, but I kind of gave an outline of like how each person contributed. So I think when we were songwriting, we were obviously kind of how Ellie described the story, came up with the chord progression, and we were just throwing a bunch of melodies out there and whatnot, and finally we got this idea for a chorus. And from my perspective, I believe the chorus started, I kind of just like spitballed like a lyric, and then JSJ hopped on that and came up with like a full chorus melody. And then after like the full chorus melody came together, everyone's like, all right, yeah, we rock with this. Let's start putting some lyrics together. So that's kind of how all the ideas kind of started, other than like some other people would pitch ideas. So like verse one, Ellie came in with this whole different verse, melody, and contraption than what me, Megan, James, and JSJ were going for. Originally, we were thinking of starting with that me, you, us idea, and then Ellie was like, well, what if we do for the verse this like some people and repeat that kind of idea but add different lines to it. So I would say when it came to songwriting, we all contributed definitely, but there was like a few of us that would kind of come up with like a line that would stick out and we'd roll with that. Like Megan came up with a few lines, I can't remember off the top of my head, and then James would kind of like help finish that. And so it honestly, I hate being team leader so much because I can't pick a favorite. It sucks, but
well, we're gonna do this.
Yeah.
We're going to do this. James, JSJ, Megan, Alicia, head back to your breakout room. Adem, you stay with us.
Oh man.
See you shortly.
It is like, it's seriously
weird
though,
being-
that's the hardest thing to do, because I can't think of a single point in this song that we didn't all at least at one point collaborate on.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I typically in a session I would contribute more. I feel like it was new for me to kind of just go with the ideas that were there, but at the same time, I didn't want to be dominating and I didn't want to, I think it's a team thing. So that
think I
was
was
like a struggle for me.
in the same
but-
boat because I sang last week. So I was like, no, like I'm okay with like going with the flow. And I also can be the same, Megan, where my ideas I'll be like, no, I'm being way too much right now. And I'm just trying to dial it.
And Adem,
hello.
tell us your decision. Who's staying with you to chat with us further?
So staying with us is going to be James and Megan.
Okay. Everyone else, you're free to go. Thank you for waiting.
Take care, guys. Lots of fun today.
so much.
Bye-bye.
Guys.
This was a really tough one for us. Obviously, that's what took so long. The fact of the matter is we have a competition to deal with here, and it is often not pleasant. The artist that will be leaving us today is James. I'm sorry for that, brother. Sam?
So James, gotta ask, what are you taking away from your time on the shot?
You know what? I will say I've had a great time. This will be the 4th week in a row that I've been on the hot seat, so it wouldn't be the first time I thought I might be going. It's been great. I'll just say I'm grateful for the opportunity to meet a bunch of different artists and songwriters. Realizing it's a competition, somebody has to go every week. I'm perfectly happy for that person to be me. There's some great people in this competition, some great songwriters, so I'll be really interested to see what happens after this. And so I have no ill feelings about it whatsoever. And it's tough. Like I'll say this week, you get 5 people in a room with a limited amount of time. So it just happened that this was the week where a couple people had some really strong ideas off the bat. And we were talking about this in the group, is that, when you've got a time limit and what I said is we don't need 5 good ideas. We need 1 good idea. And if that's the first good idea and we can all get behind it, then that's where we go. And it means that when you evaluate who contributed, you're gonna look at those people first anyway. It could have gone any number of different ways, for sure. So I don't feel as though I didn't contribute or didn't, towards what we did this week. So I'm pleased with, what I've been able to do, and this has been lots of fun. So, And I mean, I don't think it would be fair for somebody to win the shot twice, CJ. You know? Like, I don't even. It's probably not even in the rules. So, you know, I've got one shot trophy sitting over there that's good with me. So, anyway, it's been really great to participate and lots of fun. So, thank you so much for the opportunity. It's been great.
Thanks for coming back, James.
Hey, no problem.
We appreciate you. All right, that's all for today. Adem, Megan, we'll see you next week. Thank you, James.
All
Good
right.
luck, Adem. Good luck, Megan.
Thank
Take
you,
care.
James. It was great riding with you today.
Hey, thank you.
All right.
Everything.
Bye-bye.